This is All Access MMA.
Matt Frevola back here on the program. Matt, how's it going, man?
It's going good. You know, it was a great fight, great win, and now I'm back home in Long Island, relaxing.
Good. Well-deserved, man. How satisfying was that victory with everything you've gone through, man, with opponent switch-ups to last-minute changes? It must have felt good to not only get a win, but to do it in that fashion.
Yeah, it felt great. It was a great fight, a great finish, a great victory. It was perfect.
And I know a lot of the camp was back at Longos MMA, this camp. How much did that help kind of, training with those guys and, getting prepped at home? Because I know, sometimes you'll go to Florida and do training there. How much of an asset was it getting to train there for this camp?
Oh, it was great. Me and Ray got a lot of work in this camp. He really had me dialed in with my striking, with my awareness, and I was ready to go. And then, training at Sarah BJJ with all those killers on the mats, I felt 100% prepared.
Was there anything about him that surprised you in the fight? Maybe not going in, but was there anything that kind of, I don't know, you weren't expecting?
I kind of expected him to come out a little bit hotter. When we first came out, he was a little bit, a little more patient than I expected. But and then, his toughness, I knew he was tough, but I mean, by the like third time I folded him over, and then he got back up, he was next level tough. So I think that surprised me a little bit.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Was there any part of you that was worried you might overexert yourself? Because again, you're trying to put this guy away. You eventually did, but was there any part of you like, man, I hope I can finish this guy?
No, I was ready to keep punching for 15 minutes if I had to. But yeah, he did. His toughness really was next level. And at one point, towards the end of the round, I started going for the choke because I was just kept pounding, and I was like, this guy's not going away. So I got my hooks in, and I started trying to go for the choke. But then he defended it the right way, turned out of it, and I decided to stay on top and just keep pounding. And I knew, once I sunk my hooks in and I was able to flatten them out with my hips, that I could just keep punching, keep pounding, and get the finish.
MMA fans are, a lot of them think they're experts when it comes to fights and stuff. And one of the things I was hearing going into this fight was, oh, Matt Frevola, he doesn't have a very good chin, but you took a couple shots and you took him back, obviously, to get the finish. How much was that nice to kind of silence those doubters that say that you don't have a great chin?
Yeah, that was real nice. I know I got a chin. I know I could take shots. So it was good to, show those people that my chin is still here. I can still take shots, and we're good to go.
Well, not only that, and I mentioned it off the top, you've had so many opponent switch ups, changing game plans. Like it almost seemed like almost too good to be true, because it's been so long since you've had an opponent and a full camp going into a fight, right? It's usually something switched up at the last minute.
Yeah, it was nice to get, a full camp and actually fight the opponent that I was prepared to, preparing the whole camp to fight. It was definitely like all fight week. I was like, when am I going to get that call that something went wrong? And but this time, the only thing, we still got a little adversity during fight week. My coach Ray Longo had to give me a call and tell me he tested positive and wasn't able to make it, which I was.
Okay, that makes sense. I was wondering that. Yeah. Okay, that now that you mention it, yeah. So that's, yeah, exactly. You can't go completely perfect, right? I guess when you're fighting, yeah.
Yeah, you can't have a steamroller fight week without a little adversity. So Ray called me, told me he got sick and wasn't going to be able to make it, which I was bumming about. But he put so much work into me this camp, and even though he wasn't there in person, he was with us in spirit. And I was able to go out there and, show all the hard work that we put in, show that to the world. And then it also gave an opportunity. My twin brother got to step up and be in my corner, which he was real pumped about. So
that's awesome. That's really cool. Now, something I didn't realize when we did our last interview was this is what, this was the last fight on your contract, right? You're now a free agent technically. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's correct. That was the last fight on my UFC contract.
So that's interesting because obviously, in a lot of cases, you renegotiate on the second last fight, or you don't usually do the last one out. So was there more pressure going into this fight with that in the back of your head, knowing that if you lost, you're not going to have as much leverage?
that was there, but it's every next fight is always the biggest fight. Um, but I knew I was a free agent after that fight, so I knew I wanted to go out there and get like a big finish, a big victory, just to set me up for what's next.
And you're with one of the best management groups in the world. What's Jason House and those guys at Iridium telling you about, because I'm sure you want to stay with the UFC, but what are you hearing? I know we're only a day or two removed.
Yeah, we're gonna have those talks, but I think we're gonna the Iridium and Jason and everybody on the team has been great so far. This was my second fight with them, and all fight week they were taking care of me. And now Jason's gonna go in there and negotiate a new deal, and hopefully take some offers from some other organizations, which will be cool. I'm a free agent for the first time in a while, so it'll be cool to kind of see what other offers we can get. But in the end of the day, I want to stay with the UFC. I love fighting for the UFC. It's been great, but I gotta look for what's best for me and my family right now, and taking other offers to see what my worth is what we're gonna do now.
Well, and how much does it just feel better, because you have this management group. I believe Matt was managing you last time, right? So now to have like a full-fledged like agency working on this, it's probably just one less stress being a free agent now, knowing that you have a management company kind of backing you as opposed to kind of your coach managing things, right?
Yeah, definitely. This is what they do. House is one of the best managers out there. Iridium, the team Iridium is great. This is why we brought him on. So we're gonna let him do work.
Yeah, get him to work his magic. Back to fight night. How did you celebrate after that win? Again, you came out of there, early, so must have been able to enjoy the night a little bit.
Yeah, it was great. After that fight, we made our media rounds, we took our pictures, and then we broke into the stadium and got to watch the rest of the fights.
Nice.
I'm a man of the people, so it was awesome to kind of get out there and see all my buddies, see my family, and then I kind of felt like a celebrity a little bit. Like people wanted taking a lot of pictures and signing some autographs with the people out there, and it was cool.
Anyone win any money on your fight?
Oh, we all won.
Yeah?
When I win, we all win. So it was great. And then we got to watch all the rest of the fights in the stands with everybody, and then we went back to the hotel at the Hilton, and we had a good time there. So it was a great night.
Anyone win any like big money? Because I'm sure like round one prop or something, or inside the distance or something, must have been a decent value for you. Because I know you were the betting favorite going into that, I believe, or I know it was close. But did anyone win any sort of big money on your fight?
Yeah, I don't know the exact numbers, but a lot of people had me with the round one knockout, which was
Cool.
Was a good win for everyone. And I know like some of them had me as the round one knockout, and they saw me starting to go for the choke, and they're like, "No, keep punching."
Yeah, I'm sure that's happening. And I'm sure, do people buy you drinks after a fight like that, especially if they bet on you? Did anyone like offer to be like, "Hey, we got this round" or anything? Does that ever happen?
No, man, my friends and my family, they buy me everything, and like
Good.
after the fight, they brought me beers, they brought me drinks, they brought me food, and like. When I win, we all win. So it was great for everybody.
What was that conversation like with Billy Q after the fight? You guys are like a tag team, so I'm sure when he saw you win, must have felt good to hear from him.
Oh, he was pumped. He was pumped. And this is what we've been doing for 10 years now. Like he corners me, I corner him, and we beat people up and we have fun afterwards. It's been great.
So you got to watch the rest of the fights. Curious your thoughts on the main event. I thought Francis Ngannou clearly won, but how did you score that fight? What did you think with Ngannou, making that mistake in the 5th round, right?
Yeah. I definitely thought Francis was going to win, but him going out there and getting the takedowns and doing the grappling was impressive. Just seeing how he could evolve, and he pushed it for a good five rounds. As a heavyweight, that's big. Yeah, it was a good win. I got to rewatch it. I wasn't exactly dialed into it, but
sure had a bit of drinks too that influenced maybe you watching that as well, which doesn't hurt. What about the co-main event? And I do have to preface this by saying that Brandon does have the same manager as you, Brandon Moreno. That is, how did you score? Because I had it for Moreno. I did. I thought he won, but I know some people are saying Figueroa. What are your thoughts? I don't think it was a robbery, but I thought Moreno did enough to win.
Yeah, it was a great fight, and I think whenever those two guys are in an octagon together, you're gonna see fireworks. You're just gonna see such high level technique, such speed, and two of the best guys in the world going at it. So I think whenever those guys fight, we're all winning. But I really got to sit down and rewatch a fight to break it down. But yeah, man. I mean, I think at the end of the day, we all won.
Yeah, great fight. What about you for the rest of the week? Aside from talking to people like me, what do you got planned? Are you gonna take some time off away from the gym? What are the plans for the rest of the week?
Yeah, I gotta get my hand X-rayed. I think I might have broke my hand, but hopefully not. But yeah, I'll go back to the gym tonight, see everyone. I know Aljo's back in town, so Aljo's running MMA practice today, so I'll go see the boys and see Longo and everybody tonight. But I'm not training because my hand. But yeah, just getting healthy, getting my feet back under me, and kind of trying to plan what's next.
When would you like to fight? If you could go to your manager right now, let's say you're back with the UFC, everything's good. When ideally would you like to get back in there?
Definitely summertime. We're gonna see what the deal is with this hand, and then get back to training and try. I want to stay as busy as possible.
Okay. And any opponents in mind, or you just leave that up to your management and coaches?
Yeah, we always got opponents in mind. I want Paddy Pimblett to go out there and get a big win in March. I think he gets a win in March. I think our schedules will line up nicely. And, he says Scousers can't get knocked out. I want to put that to the test. I think me and him are fireworks. And, he's got that Barstool deal. So I've been a stoolie my whole life. I got to go beat him up for all the day one stoolies.
You see if you can get like a contract out of that or something from Barstool at the end. That would be cool. You should put that on the line or something like that. Like, hey, if I beat your guy, you got to let me join, or at least give me a free sweater or something,
Yeah. I mean, they gave him the 7-figure contract. Shit, I'll take a 6. Come on.
Yeah, there you go. No, you got it made. What did you think of his debut? Because a lot of people talk about the result, which was a first round finish, but he had a little bit of trouble before that. What did you make of his debut?
It was good. He got caught a little bit, but he came back and had a great finish, and then, I know he's a great fighter too, exciting. Get to listen to him on the mic all day. He's got that funny accent. So, he's a star in the making, and he's a big fight. And, those are the fights I want. I want the big fights.
And you're always a star in these interviews, Matt. Always appreciate the time, man. We've been doing these for a while. Again, congrats on the win. Just remind people where they can get a hold of you on social media. And if you got any sponsors or shout outs, I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, thanks, man. It's always great talking with you. You guys got to follow me on Instagram, Steamroller Frevola _MMA. I kind of do everything on Instagram. And then just thank you to my team, to, my gyms, Longo and Weidman, Sarah BJJ, Grace Campus South, Acceleration Sports Training, and, my family, my friends, everybody who's supporting the journey.